Okay. We're live right now. We live. I don't know what to tell you. I am This is actually the first actual true podcast episode that's not on Podcastle. Podcastle's good. I like it a lot. But something about the audio is feeling weird to me right now. So it's not gelling with me. So I am doing this actually on voice memo on my computer until I figure out what to do about that. Situation is that I am what am I doing? I like to record from my iPad, but iPad really doesn't have a decent adequate uh podcast stuff right now that I can find. I'm still going to be using podcast, so I'll import the file and all that good stuff, but I can't record on there. I think it's something dealing with the recording actually, which is unfortunate. On the computer, it's not gonna be a problem. It is going to work out just fine. And once we get that going, we'll figure everything out. All this is a work in progress. So, what am I up to? Not much, just chilling, relaxing, doing my thing. About to do some coffee brewing. About to do the Kenyan coffee. I'm going to record that some way, somehow. I think I'm going to record it both ways on my iPhone and also on my camera. I've been trying out a couple of things with the camera and it seems to be working out okay. As long as I pre-focus and then leave it manual, it seems to be working out just fine. But other than that, that's what we got going. I did brew the Kenyan yesterday. I've been brewing the light roast Kenyan past couple of days, mainly because I don't care about it. That makes sense. It was an afterthought to actually brew that one. But I've noticed that that coffee really does get become better as you go more into a finer grind of coffee, right? So that's one of the things that we are working with right now. I am going to get ready to brew the medium roast. The medium roasts are going to be interesting in its own right. And I'm looking forward to seeing how those will turn out. So, still dealing with Amazon. There's no real issue, really. It's just their protocol, the way they go about doing things. The situation right now is that Amazon has, when you put out a listing, you can just have like just a regular parent listing, and they call it child variations or whatnot. And the thing about that is that when you do it that way, they have to identify you again and all that. I guess it's been taking me a long time to get going. So that's more so what I'm dealing with right now. So hopefully the verification of my full page of the passport is good enough so we can move on and create child ASINs or whatever. So that's what we're doing right now. Hey, have you noticed this? You probably don't watch Formula One. It's more of a British, European type of thing, but it's pretty interesting. I like it a lot. But one thing that they keep saying, especially when it comes to like Racing Bull versus Red Bull sister team, and I don't know if that's me just being with my wife for so long, but that's really messed up. You know, they look at it more as a junior or less than. That's the way it looks like. And sister, brother, that's not right. That's not the way it should be, you know. What's up, man? Doing okay? Okay. So please leave the big dog outside, okay? I'm trying to do this thing. Now, if you see a mess in the downstairs restroom, I tried to clean it, but Donnie put on the floor. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we got going. But yeah, I've been messing around with the office a bit more, getting things out. I actually have a light up right now, and we're gonna play around with that for a little bit. I was gonna move my regular office light, but luckily enough, I didn't have to. So that's what we got going there. We'll play around with the setup and have some video, do some more podcasting. I'm going to do my first visual type of podcast. And we shall see how all that works and how fun that may be. But yeah, I did end up doing my video yesterday, my voiceover. And even though it was a voiceover, it still took a while, which is fine. You have to record it, and then you have to like cut it down because it was way too long. And then you have to do a recording. I did a one take. I didn't do it again and again and again. And then you have to think about the title, thumbnail, and all that good stuff. So yeah, so something to work on, something to do, something that I know that will help out in general, so to speak. But I think this week is going to be a continuation of probably the video podcast, and then doing some more video for the and there's some more video for the other podcasts, and as it revolves or contains, or is it about the Kenyan coffee. So I'm looking forward to that. Hey, a little bit. I heard you took a poop. Come here. You gonna be cool with me? Yeah. There's just way too much going on. So I had to put the big dog outside, and dog small. I don't know what to call her mini nickname. But yeah, so you wanna come down? Okay, calm down. So oh wow. What's in me? It's all good. But yeah, the positioning of this mic. Let me see if I can lower this down. There we go. That seems pretty far, but whatever. We'll make it work. I think I'm probably still. Oh, that's decent right there. So, what do we got going? Other than that, we are going to get this office going. And I don't know if you go through this too, but it's one of those things where you get fixated on something, and you go down a rabbit hole, and you keep going in that rabbit hole, and you tend to just consume. And that's the phase that I'm in right now. I'm trying to get a couple of the items and stuff in the office looking the way they need to look. And I am having some hiccups here and there. So yeah, so I am going to be working on a couple of things here and there as I figure out what needs to be figured out. And then other than that, that's what we got going. If it makes sense to you at all. But I did get somebody to comment on one of my YouTube videos. I think he said it was more so of a joke. And he showed me the clip, and it was cool. So I'll keep going, do my thing, see what else. I asked him what he would like to know of, or videos of, or whatnot. He commented on the coffee drink with the Irish coffee. So yeah, so we will see how that goes, and we will go from there as we go through the week, figure out what we need to figure out, and just have fun with it all, you know. So these dogs are pissing me off right now. She's pushed that thing down like it was nothing, and now she's crying about nothing to me. So I am kind of curious to see how these coffees will turn out. I think they will be pretty good. I really do think they will be. It's just taking my time, enjoying it, figuring it out, and seeing what I can learn from it, so to speak. And that's going to be the interesting part in all of this. I roasted these coffees on Monday. So it's had enough time for it to actually degas and do its thing. I went ahead and left the top off so it can properly degas, so it won't have any type of struggles. If there was any type of struggles, I've never really noticed that. But I'm just really trying to give these coffees a fighting chance. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's all about, seeing how it is what it is, right? And I don't know if this is me just thinking about this kind of crazy and all that, but it needs to be explored in a way to where I'm giving something to others. And that's really what it comes back to. How can you give something back to others? Being objective, being honest, and figuring things out. Hey, hey, I'll put you outside, man. You need to relax. I don't know what's wrong with that dog, but she was messing up my flow. But as I was saying, this is that it's these coffees are not really about me. I don't think so. I'm the one talking about it, but it's giving others a perspective that they normally don't get, if that makes sense. So that's where I'm at with this. That's where this is going to be a lot of fun, I believe. This is where exploring, figuring things out, challenging myself, others challenging me, and really getting down to the nitty gritty of what these coffees are, what they can be, and how it's going to help somebody in a discovery mode, so to speak. I don't think a lot of people are doing this, probably because they're off wondering, trying to brew the best coffee, or not brew, roast the best coffee that they can, and to get it out to people. And that's what that is, you know? I think she's far enough to where you can't really hear her. She's a mess. She is spunky. That small dog. But yeah. What is this? So let's taste these coffees, let's enjoy them, and let's just have a good time with them. Like I said, I'm just gonna brew them. I'm gonna record and see what I taste and all that good stuff. We shall start with the light roast, not the light roast. We don't know what it may be, but it's going to be more medium compared to what the coffee is right now, so to speak, compared to the light roast that I have been drinking for a while. So yeah, so I don't really know what to say. This is a shorty one, I guess. I had my vasectomy. Everything went well. And the doctor was really cool. It was interesting conversation while he was operating on me. And told him about the job, told him about coffee, and we just went down the rabbit hole of the logistics, the cost, Amazon cost, how much the coffee is going to be on Amazon, and how much money that I'm in a hole before even selling the coffee. And this is stuff that I've thought about, right? So it wasn't a surprise to me. And of course, he understood where I'm coming from. But I told him, which is the truth, is that do I want to make a lot of money on Amazon selling my coffee? Yes. Do I know that it's going to be extremely hard because of the stacks that are against me? Yes. But it's bigger than just selling on Amazon. What Amazon does for me, at least, is that Amazon gives me the opportunity to sell to the mass market. Competition is more. But in this case, it's going to be up to me to really, truly try to push the brand, the coffee, as I can. It's a way to where it's almost like giving myself this one good last shot at this, so to speak, if that makes sense to you. I believe that my coffee journey is huge. It's taken me a long time to get to this part. A lot of trials, a lot of errors, a lot of just trying things out. And it's getting close to this being one of the last opportunities that I truly can give to the coffee world, if that makes sense. So I told myself I needed to make sure that I tried all the things that make sense into my business. And that's what coffee is to me. And that's what this exploration is to me. And that's something that I know that this is the case. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to take time. The reason why is because it's bigger than Amazon. Amazon gives me the opportunity to, of course, sell and compete with other folks, including Amazon, which their coffee sucks, but at 14, 15 bucks for 2 pounds and mine's double the price, it's hard for people to get there, right? But we're going to get there. We're going to try reviews. We're going to try marketing in a way that I've never marketed before. We're going to be continuing to do these podcasts to give people understanding, interesting take about coffee, the way I look at coffee. We're going to give them YouTube videos, showing them tips and tricks and all that good stuff and insights into what I'm doing. It's a full 3-dimensional type of approach to this. You know, we're going to do brand registry to where we're going to be posting on there, giving videos and articles and all that stuff, talking to people. It's going to be a legit for real business. And for the most part, it is on me, right? And I'm okay with that. And then eventually there's going to be people that come and explore and want to be a part of all of this. So that's where we're at with this. And the funny thing and the interesting thing, as I go down the rabbit hole of podcasting, YouTube and Amazon and affiliates and dealing with the local market and all that stuff, is that this is just going to be one touch point, one way that Everyday Beans actually makes money, so to speak. I'm looking at this more of a 3-dimensional type of look. So it's a full spectrum type of approach. And again, it's not so much more so about me. It's about giving you so many different angles and abilities and approaches to understand what coffee can be for you as you go through your journey. That's really what it comes down to. And I think for the most part, with the prices being what they are, I'm going to have a different type of approach with everyday beans now, because I can say affordable, approachable, and all that stuff, which is true, favorable, approachable, blah, blah, blah. But the affordable part is kind of something that people will look into and move on and go from there, right? So that's where I'm at with this. And there's other ways that I have thought about, will figure out as I go along in this journey. Like, for instance, I was telling the doctor, the surgeon, which he actually has a friend who probably is looking to do the coffee business in a coffee shop or some form of that. So that's interesting. I wrote down his name. I may actually give him a call and all that good stuff. So that'll be interesting to see where that goes. I'll get him a sample of the coffee too. The one that I'll be selling on Amazon and all that good stuff. But there's going to be different ways to counteract what I'm trying to do on Amazon and what I show to the national market and what I'm planning to do locally. I think that's going to be a really cool, fun approach. And I'm looking forward to getting that out there in a way to where that's going to be something that the masses can gravitate to. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet, but right now I'm really focused on what I can do with everyday beans, how I plan to come and enter the market, and how it's going to be more so beneficial for you. People do say this a lot, and they say that coffee or business in general is that they're not buying a product, which is true. I mean, yeah, I do it differently. I have a different personality, the approach that I go about roasting coffee, presenting it to people. But at the end of the day, they're truly buying me, right? So that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to focus on. And as much as I'm saying I'm giving back, which I am, of course, I want something back in return. I think me being pushed, being driven, and getting to the point to where this will go somewhere, and that's the part that I'm looking forward to. Like, how much of a how much is this really going to push me? I've been pushed before, right? But what will this do to me? How will I change? That's the curious part about all this journey thing, this coffee thing. That's why I like business. Business is, of course, yes, it is about making money, right? Figuring that out and taking your punches and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it's more so about how you can grow from this and what you can present to people. That's the part that I'm really looking forward to. And that's the part that I'm like, wait, we can figure this out. How can we figure this out? What does this really look like? So that's where I'm at with a lot of this stuff. And that's the cool thing about trying to, so much, so to speak, figure it out. For me, for you, to give you something that's pretty remarkable. Something that you keep coming back for. So yeah, so that's what we got going. It's a little, I wouldn't say a rant. I wouldn't even say a ramble, but more or so a thought process of how I'm looking at this approach to business and how giving you multiple links of getting me. We're not even just talking about the coffee. We're just talking about to ways that you can grow and expand your knowledge and what I may learn from you too. So that's what we got going. That's what we're going to do today. We are loving life, doing our thing, and we're going to take it easy for the rest of the day. So I wish you the best. Take care, and bye-bye.